this critical Olympic qualifier, and it's two other athletes who've really been in the mix for qualification by ranking through the European zone. On the right-hand side, world number 33, Alina Stutchbury from Great Britain, just 18 years old, going up against the 21-year-old from Ukraine, Alina Poloziuk, world number 43. They've never met. Given the fact they've been in this tussle throughout the entire qualification, it seems strange to say that these two have never met at senior level, but that is the case. Certainly not at a major. Well, Stutchbury recently won the Junior European Championships in Naples in Italy. Was 20th at the Junior World Championship. She's picked up a round of 32 finish at the Turin Grand Prix. Start to her day was a little tricky. 3 victories from 5 in the first round. And then beat Kopiltsova from Cyprus 15-1. And then Senik from Moldova 15-3. So a pretty easy run through to this semi-final. Poloziuk had a bye. She's the second seeded athlete in this tournament. World number 43. Didn't have defense in the pools, but then beat Nemkova of the Czech Republic 15-8. She has picked up a bronze medal at the Turin Grand Prix during qualification. At the moment, trails the plucky British teenager Alina Stutchbury.
Small step shoot, come on.
So the first attack failed. Now the question is, did Stutchbury land her counter in time? She did not. And Poloziuk electing to go for an attacking approach to this one against Stutchbury. Stutchbury trying to counter that by attacking herself. Attack off target, for those of you that don't speak French.
You understand?
Attack good for the Ukrainian, and she's drawn level. She has decided that attack is the best form of defense against Stutchbury. Stutchbury Another of the athletes in this lineup here today, based outside the country she represents, and a nice patient attack there from Carolina Stutchbury. She lives in the United States of America, but has a British parentage, elected to fence for Great Britain, even though she is based in the United States of America. Not a bad place to do your fencing training, the USA now. Such a strong youth system there. Thousands and thousands of fencers who fence regularly in massive competitions. Can no longer say that the USA is a team, or the fencing team is a team of youths. But they certainly do have a strong focus on fencing in the collegiate system over there. So Stutchbury bringing the benefits of all of that to the British team. We're both taking their time here and being patient. Such is the importance of this fight. Stutchbury trying on a couple of occasions to just pick her opponent off, but failing. There have been 3 athletes throughout the tournament, throughout qualification, I should say, that have been in the running, in the hunt for the Olympic spots. They went to Ansara of Germany and Flora Pastor from Hungary, but Alina Poloziuk, who came through the first semi-final, and these 2 here were very much in the mix. So all 3 of them would be thinking, right, I don't want either of the other 2 in my half. That's definitely going to be the tougher half of the draw. Short straw for Poloziuk and Stutchbury. Certainly the tougher semi-final, as Stutchbury does indeed pick her opponent off. We come to the end of the first period in a very tight battle here. Stutchbury leading, but only by a single point, and a pair of them employing not a risk-free, but a risk-averse strategy in the match. You got to think, what is Alina Poloziuk doing right now? She's already through. She's in the, in inverted commas, easier half of the draw, and her opponent got injured in the semi-finals, making that a little bit one-way, albeit in the final period. These 2 are in a tense battle, not just physically and tactically, but also emotionally to come through this one. Maybe it will give the winner the strength to go on and face Poloziuk in the final, but maybe it's too energy sapping. The vagaries of this very unique competition right in front of your very eyes here in the women's foil competition. For me, the first attack failed there for Stutchbury. But she landed a remise. Stutchbury looking to the assessor, questioning whether there's covering of the target. The back arm from Poloziuk does move around quite a bit. It mustn't come in front of the silvery jacket, the lame. The riposte failing for the British fencer. Remise going through for Poloziuk. It's an interesting one as well because certainly as Andrei Kovrinyuk, another one of the non-zonal referees based in the United States, in the Republic of South Africa, taking charge of the surrendered weapon from Stutchbury. But it's an interesting one. Stutchbury certainly earlier in her junior career was almost exclusively a defensive fencer. She has brought a bit more of an attacking game in over the last couple of years, but defense is the A game for her. Now, it looks to me like Poloziuk has to get out on the attack, really. That's the only way that she's going to see her way through this one, because Stutchbury will just remain patient and wait for mistakes. But, perversely, that could play into the hands of Stutchbury's defensive game. Finely balanced, but Poloziuk has taken the lead. Card given for obscuring target with her head. Stutchbury now on the minor warning. Any other infringement from her will result in a point for the Ukrainian. Stutchbury getting played at her own game there. Lovely little hit from Poloziuk. Shoelace management, the order of the day to slow things up for Alina Stutchbury. Plenty of big names in the world of fencing watching on here at this critical competition. Winner takes all situation for the women's foilists and the men's sabreurs today. One place at Paris 2024 in each weapon. Stutchbury taking her time with that shoelace, breaking up the rhythm of the match. Still plenty of time, just a minute gone in this second period, with one more period to come if needed. But Poloziuk has scored a couple in a row. Challenging moment for both of these fencers here. Poloziuk has got the lead. She will be risk averse again. She won't want to make any mistakes and offer opportunities to Stutchbury. But Stutchbury is going to have no choice as time starts to tick away but to go for the attack and go after her opponent. She's got time. She's got plenty of time to do it, so she can take her time with those attacks. But she needs to be very careful to not get hit. At the same time, Poloziuk needs to stay alert and sharp. So passivity cards called there, minute without a hit. And Andrei Kovryniuk from South Africa giving out the P yellow cards. They're a separate category of warning to the traditional penalty cards. And the idea of the passivity ruling is to ensure that fights have a decent enough hit rate, I think is the easiest way of putting it. Stutchbury got Poloziuk pinned on the back line, fails with the first attempt at an attack. Does she take the blade here? They both go for it, and it's given as parry riposte for Poloziuk. I feel that is the right decision in real time. Unsurprisingly, Stutchbury has called for a video review of that hit. Referee clear about that. He said, I can see you're both going for the blade, but the stronger action came from the Ukrainian. And the rules say the bigger beat beats the weaker one. 3-point margin for Poloziuk, and she's looking in command now. Still time for Stutchbury, but she's going to have to just increase the intensity a little bit here. So we get to the end of the second period, and the battle now is with Alina Poloziuk. Karolina Stutchbury here knows that she has to go after her opponent in the final 3 minutes. She's got plenty of time to get 3 hits back, but the critical thing is that she now can't really afford to give too many hits away. Poloziuk had to battle her way through that second period, but the whole idea of the game is to trick your opponents, outwit them, and you have to say Alina Poloziuk is doing that right now in the second period. She's taken control, and she leads by 10 points to 7. Stutchbury deep in thought there in the break. Poloziuk in the box seat. There's one of the 3. But she gets it back straight away, back within 2. And a parry riposte. This is a case of Poloziuk perhaps making an ill-judged decision to go on the attack and play into the defensive game of Stutchbury. Just 1 point in it. And you can only imagine what's going through the head of Stutchbury's coach here in Luxembourg, Dmitry Romankov, in the sidelines, chewing his fingernails down to the bone, I'd imagine. Parry riposte fails there, and Stutchbury is back on level terms, and all of a sudden the momentum has shifted. Another parry riposte, this time off target from the British fencer.
Don't do that.
You can hear Romankov there saying, don't do that, don't jump out of the way on a counter-attack, it's too dangerous. And just like that, Stutchbury back in control at a critical juncture of the match, and there's still 1 minute and 36 seconds to go. Referee looking at the video here for, it's got to be an infringement, maybe covering of target he's looking for. So video appeal it was called by Poloziuk. I think that was a little ill-judged. That's a huge hit. I think Poloziuk had the right of way there, but Stutchbury landed when the Ukrainian didn't. 2 away from the gold medal match and still in the hunt for a ticket to Paris. Beats the blade this time. Stutchbury has turned this one around. She's gone on a massive run of hits here, 5 in a row. 6 in a row, in fact. Poloziuk having to go out on the attack now, and she's in that position where time is against her now. 2 meetings of the blade. Stutchbury closes it up to try and make it awkward to land a hit. She was making no attempt herself, just trying to defend. Oh, the broken time attack fails. Stutchbury looking to the assessor again for obstruction of target. I don't think there was any sign of the use of the backhand, but it may well have just diverted Stutchbury's blade out of the way. He kind of swings it around quite a bit, Poloziuk. And a card is coming out. So no hit will be given there, and Poloziuk on a yellow. As is Stutchbury. She got her card a little bit earlier on in the fight. But if Poloziuk was to infringe again, fight over. And on the remise, Alina Stutchbury has turned this one around. From 11-8 down, she has won the second semi-final at this European qualifier for Paris 2024 by 15 points to 11. That is some comeback and some turnaround in a fight, and we are set up for a massive women's foil final here. 2 of the contenders who are in the running for qualification by ranking find themselves here facing each other in a winner-takes-all gold medal match.